Diabetes doesn't happen overnight. What if I told you there are warning signs you're missing right now? Nearly 1 in 3 adults are pre-diabetic and don't even know it, and that's a huge problem. Catching these early signs could help you stop diabetes before it starts. Stick around, because today I'm going to walk you through 10 warning signs you should never ignore. These could make all the difference in staying ahead of diabetes. First, please subscribe to Brain Blitz to get more content on your health. It means the world to us and help us grow. One of the earliest signs of diabetes that often gets overlooked is increased thirst. Now, this isn't just your typical, I need some water after a workout, kind of thirst. When your blood sugar levels are too high, your body tries to flush out that excess sugar through urine. This process makes you dehydrated, which in turn makes you feel constantly thirsty. It's like a vicious cycle, your body's trying to get rid of the sugar, and you're left feeling parched all the time. So, what should you do? Pay attention to how often you're feeling thirsty throughout the day. If you're drinking water but still feel thirsty all the time, or if you're waking up in the middle of the night to chug water, that could be a major red flag. It might feel like a small thing, but if your thirst levels are off the charts, it's definitely worth checking in with your doctor. Another major sign that your body might be giving you is frequent urination. This goes hand in hand with increased thirst. When your blood sugar levels are high, your kidneys have to work overtime to filter out that extra glucose from your blood. As your body tries to get rid of the excess sugar, it produces more urine, which means you're running to the bathroom a lot more than usual. If you find yourself making extra trips to the bathroom, especially at night, that's a big clue something might be off. Sure, we all have those days when we drink a little too much water or coffee, but if this is happening regularly and you can't seem to figure out why, it's time to check in with your doctor. Frequent urination is one of those sneaky signs of diabetes that people tend to ignore, but catching it early can make all the difference. Feeling tired all the time? We're not talking about that normal end-of-the-day tiredness. We're talking about a constant sense of exhaustion, even when you're getting enough rest. One reason for this could be high blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar is out of control, your cells can't use glucose properly for energy. Instead, all that sugar stays stuck in your bloodstream, leaving your cells starving for fuel. So, despite having plenty of sugar in your system, your body is running on empty, which leads to that constant fatigue. If you're always feeling drained, even after a good night's sleep or an afternoon nap, it's worth paying attention. Sure, stress or lack of sleep can make anyone tired, but if your fatigue feels like it's coming out of nowhere or not improving, it could be a warning sign of diabetes. The best move? Talk to your doctor and get your blood sugar levels checked. Don't just chalk it up to a busy lifestyle. Have you ever noticed your vision getting blurry out of nowhere? It might seem harmless, like you just need a break from the screen, but it could be a sign of something more serious. When your blood sugar levels get too high, they can actually affect the lenses in your eyes, making them swell. This causes your vision to become temporarily blurry. You might think it'll clear up on its own, but if high blood sugar is the root cause, that blurry vision could become a more frequent and serious problem over time. Here's the thing. Blurred vision should never be ignored, even if it comes and goes. It's your body's way of telling you something's off. If you're noticing changes in your eyesight, especially if it's happening regularly, it's a big red flag that you need to get checked out. Don't wait for it to get worse. Schedule an appointment with your doctor and get your blood sugar levels tested. It could be the early sign of diabetes that helps you catch it before it becomes a bigger issue. Ever noticed that a small cut or scrape seems to take forever to heal? That's not something you want to brush off. When your blood sugar levels are too high, it can mess with your body's ability to heal itself. High glucose levels affect your blood circulation and immune system, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach the wound. As a result, even a minor injury can take way longer than usual to heal. It's your body's way of waving a red flag that something might be wrong. If you've got a cut or bruise that just doesn't seem to get better, or if you're noticing this happening often, it's definitely worth getting checked for diabetes. Slow healing isn't just annoying, it's a sign that your body might be struggling to keep up, and high blood sugar could be the culprit. Don't wait until it becomes a bigger problem. Talk to your doctor and find out what's going on before it leads to more serious complications. Unexplained weight loss can sound like a dream for some, but if you're shedding pounds without even trying, it's actually a pretty big red flag. When your body can't use sugar for energy, because insulin isn't doing its job, It starts breaking down muscle and fat to get the energy it needs. So even though you might be eating normally, your body is basically in starvation mode. It's burning through muscle and fat at an unhealthy rate, leading to sudden and rapid weight loss. If you've noticed the scale dropping and you haven't made any big changes to your diet or exercise routine, it's definitely time to talk to a healthcare professional. This type of weight loss can be an early sign of diabetes and other serious health issues. Don't brush it off as a fluke. Sudden, unintentional weight loss is your body's way of signaling that something's wrong, and it's worth getting checked out sooner rather than later. Ever feel like your hands or feet are tingling, or even going numb for no reason? This could be more than just poor circulation. When your blood sugar levels are consistently high, it can cause nerve damage, known as diabetic neuropathy. This happens because high glucose levels can damage the tiny blood vessels that supply your nerves, especially in your extremities like your hands and feet. That's why you might feel that weird tingling, burning, or even numbness. If you're noticing this kind of sensation on a regular basis, don't ignore it. It might be subtle at first, but it could be an early warning sign of diabetes. Over time, if left unchecked, this nerve damage can get worse and lead to serious complications. So, if you're feeling persistent tingling or numbness, it's time to talk to your doctor. Catching it early could save you from more significant nerve damage down the line. Feeling hungry all the time, no matter how much you eat. That might be your body telling you something's off. When you have high blood sugar, your cells aren't able to absorb and use that sugar for energy like they're supposed to. So, even though you've got plenty of glucose in your bloodstream, your cells are essentially starving. This sends a signal to your brain that you need to eat more, even though the real issue is that your body isn't processing the sugar properly. If you're always feeling hungry but not gaining any real energy from the food you eat, it could be a warning sign of diabetes. It's your body's way of saying that something's not right with your blood sugar levels. Don't just dismiss it as having a big appetite. Persistent hunger, especially when it's not fueling your energy levels, is definitely something to check in with your doctor about. Noticing dark, velvety patches of skin? Especially around your neck, armpits, or even groin area. This isn't just about skin pigmentation. These patches could actually be a sign of insulin resistance, and they're called acanthosis nigricans. When your body starts to become resistant to insulin, it tries to pump out more of it, and this can cause changes in your skin cells, leading to these darker patches. It's a subtle but important signal that something might be going wrong with your blood sugar. If you spot these patches, don't ignore them or chalk them up to being a skin issue alone. It's worth getting checked out by your doctor, because they can be an early sign that your body isn't handling insulin properly, which is one of the first steps toward diabetes. Catching it early can give you a chance to reverse insulin resistance and get your blood sugar under control before it turns into something more serious. Are you constantly dealing with infections, like UTIs, skin infections, or even frequent colds? If infections keep popping up, it might be a sign that something's off with your blood sugar. When your blood sugar levels are too high, it actually weakens your immune system, making it harder for your body to fight off infections. This means your body is more vulnerable to bacteria and viruses, and even small infections can become a bigger deal. If you're noticing infections that keep coming back or are more frequent than usual, it could be a red flag for blood sugar problems. This is definitely one of those signs that people often overlook, but recurrent infections shouldn't be ignored. It's your body's way of signaling that it's struggling to keep your immune system strong. If this sounds familiar, it's a good idea to talk to your doctor and check for any underlying blood sugar issues before things get worse. So, what exactly is diabetes? Simply put, type 2 diabetes happens when your body can't use insulin properly. Insulin is what helps regulate your blood sugar, and when it's not working like it should, sugar starts to build up in your bloodstream. But here's the thing, diabetes doesn't usually just hit out of nowhere. Before it fully develops, there's a period called prediabetes, which is basically your body giving you a warning sign that something's off. This is when your blood sugar is higher than normal, but not high enough to be diagnosed as diabetes yet. Why does this matter? If prediabetes isn't caught and managed, it can lead to serious complications. We're talking about things like heart disease, nerve damage, kidney failure, and even blindness. And once diabetes takes hold, managing it becomes a lifelong commitment. That's why it's so critical to catch these warning signs early, because by the time full-blown diabetes hits, the damage may already be done. Have you experienced any of these warning signs? If so, it's time to talk to your doctor and get your blood sugar checked. Drop a comment below and let me know which signs you're looking out for. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need to see it. Let's spread awareness. So, those are the 10 warning signs you're about to get diabetes. Don't ignore these signs, they're your body's way of telling you that something needs attention. Remember, early detection is key. You can stop diabetes in its tracks if you catch it early, so listen to your body. And if you're interested in more ways to improve your health, don't miss my video on the top 8 supplements to increase health span, live longer and healthier. It's packed with tips to help you live a longer, healthier life.